Hello, I am here to give you some information about the 3.07 Create a Folk Song assignment. Now, this folk song may or may not sound like a traditional folk song, and folk song is a very wide, a word that really encompasses a wide variety of types of music. We have been learning about American folk music, but your music that you create does not have to fit into that. One way you can do it is if you are coming up with a song that tells a story, that's basically what the folk song needs to do. Okay, that's really the only limitation I have. If you come up with your own story, okay, and it needs to be appropriate for class and appropriate for sharing with me. If you come up with a story, you come up with your own song, that is a way you can do it. You can record it by singing it, by playing an instrument, by using digital tools that I'm going to show you today. You can do that without having any other help. But if you're wanting some help as far as where do I go for this? How do I start? How do I think of an idea? Then I'm going to help you with that because that is one way you can do this. So one way is to use BandLab SongStarter and enter a lyric, and they will come up with some ideas for you. This cool, awesome website. Now, you will have to sign up for a little account on this. You can use your insightaz.org email or any other email you want to use. You do not have to put your full name even in this because when you send it to me, I will know who it's from. Well, if you use your personal email, I might not know, but you will be able to put it up in the in this in your assignment 3.07 to let me know. So I'll talk about that in a little bit. So first of all, I'm just going to use Google because I'm already signed in with Google, and that's kind of an easier way for me to do it. But anyway, it brings me back to that page. I'm going to click on enter a lyric again because that's how I'm going to start. Now, if I don't have my own idea of a story, then I'm going to go to this website that I'm linking into the assignment that has a lot of different stories in it. These are some American folk tales, fairy tales, and fables. And obviously, you're not going to spend all day reading all of these, but you can just choose one and see if there's one that you like. And if you don't like it, go back and look for something else. So here's The Boy of the Red Twilight Sky. It's actually a Canadian fairy tale. And I'm going to go through and pretend like I'm reading this whole thing, but I'm not right now. But I do want you to read it because I want you to think about whether that's something you'd like to make music for. This is kind of a long one, but really I'm just going to take a lyric out of this, a lyric out of the story, meaning a line out of the story and put it into the lyric. He cannot harm you when I am with you. All right, I'm going to start with that. He cannot harm you while I am with you. And it's going to generate some ideas. Now, you're not going to be able to hear it in this video because the way this makes the video, I'll be able to hear it. It plays some music for me. You can't hear it when you're watching this video. When you get on, you'll be able to hear it, assuming your speakers work. You can change the mood over here, just to let you know, and it changes different instrumentation, but it's a basic melody. If you don't like it, you can restart and try something else. You can also roll the dice, and it comes up with new ideas, okay? Anyway, let's just say I like this one. I can save it for later so that I'll be able to get to it later. And I'm just going to show you that in case you want to do that. So let's just say I saved it for later. Oh, it's over here. Sorry. It's processing. Once it's there, I can open it, but I can also come back to this link later and get to it. One thing that you might want to be able to do is when you get to this link later and you sign in, and let's say you're trying to find the one you were doing before, go to your, I put like my little picture there, but go up to that menu, and then you can find, I did it twice and I've got some other ones here too. Okay, so these are your projects. So let's just open this up. So here I am. I'm going to open it now because I saved it before in Studio. Okay, so you're going to want to do that so that you can change it if you want to change it. You may not want to, but in here, you can record yourself by adding a track. And if you want to record your singing, you could. Or you could record more virtual instruments, drums. You could plug in a guitar or bass if you have that, or a sampler or something else that you have. That if you have all that at home and you're really technological in all your music, that's awesome. Do it. If not, you might just want to go with what you have. You could also enter some lyrics here. Okay, you could put more lyrics in, but that's up to you. You can put MIDI files and other things that you would draw in there. So it's up to you how you want to customize it if you do use this software. Okay. In order to send it to me for the assignment, you're just going to invite me to be able to see it. So if you click on it, you're going to put my email in there. cwinslow@insightaz.org. Okay, so it's going to send it to me. But the one thing that you want to make sure of is that once you've done that, if you didn't put your name anywhere in there, then you're going to want to make sure in the assignment that you've shown that to me. Okay, that, like, in other words, say I emailed it to you and it is called, okay, because here's where you can edit it. Might be the best practice to say, I'm going to call it my name, C. Winslow folk song, or something like that. And then I know whose it is, right? Because if there's any question about whose song this is, I wouldn't be able to necessarily grade it, right? All right. Please let me know if you have questions. Open help always on Monday and Wednesday at 2 o'clock. I'm also available for one-on-ones. You can send me an email or you can call me, text me, 520-649-8845. I'm hoping this will be a fun project, but this is the beginning of creating some music. You don't have to be extremely creative yet for this one. It just gives you an opportunity to come up with some music that would accompany a story. You will notice also in the assignment that it's not just that. It's not just the music. In order to get a credit for this, in the assignment, you need to complete the assignment that says, what is the story about? So if it's not your story, and this is the one you use, for example, you don't need to copy the whole thing, but you're just going to give